I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. And start this evening off with approval of the minutes of May 15th, 2023.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Judy?
Yes.
Jim?
John.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
John?
Yeah.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Second item is a hearing of public concerns. Mr. Cox?
Steve Cox, Huntington Drive, Bryan. This, based on a comment Judy made at the last meeting with respect to taking citizens' opinions into consideration on repaving the Eastland Estates complex. I took it upon myself to do a small survey, consisted of 5 yes/no questions. I'll read the questions and I'll give you the results. And I would like to hand the documents in to Council President at the end of that. The first question was, do you want to keep the Eastland Estates complex essentially remain a cul-de-sac, quote, or bracket with only a single entrance exit? That was, out of 45 respondents, 44 keep it a cul-de-sac, 1 through street. The second question was, do you want the city of Bryan to install curbs in the complex? 4 said yes, 41 said no. Do you want the city of Bryan to install sidewalks in the complex? 2 said yes, 43 said no. Now, this one is, I'm not sure I have the technical name correct, but is resurfacing the street with a quote-unquote chip and seal process, which was milling, heating, reapplying, rolling, acceptable as a repair? We had 38 yes, it's acceptable, 7 no's. And the last question was, do you want the city of Bryan to use the same temporary repair technique, loose stone over tar, until the streets can be repaved? 45 no's, no yeses. Nobody liked that style of repair. So let me hand over the documents to you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
time.
Thank you for doing
Absolutely.
that.
Yes. Okay, anyone else? If not, we'll move on to the next item, which is an ordinance. John, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 23, 2023, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a prosecutorial services contract with a law firm of Rupp, Hagans, and Bohmer, LLP.
Council, we are working on month 6 for this law firm to have taken over the prosecutorial duties for misdemeanors within Williams County. After some discussions with them, mostly for our billing purposes to make it more consistent, they've agreed to enter into a contract for $10,000 a month. And that contract would go between June 1st and May 31st, 2024. Now, I would remind you with these 3, primarily, it is James Durancek, which is an associate in their firm, but then also the partners will fill in if James is unavailable for the prosecution cases. And what that does then is makes a prosecutor available always. If someone's on vacation in that firm, someone else can fill in. We are paying no health insurance, no PERS, no sick personal or vacation time, so there is a budget change for us there. I asked Mr. Fiscal to, one, draft this, and also as the city attorney, approve this conversation. I don't know if you have any more to add.
I don't. I mean, it seems to me to be a very appropriate relationship to more formalize, especially given the services, the good services that the city's been receiving so far up to this point.
Council, do you have any questions for me?
I'd move to suspend.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
And I'll move to approve.
And I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you, Council.
Thank you. Next item is an ordinance. John, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 24, 2023, an ordinance providing for annual appropriations for the city of Bryan for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2023, and declaring an emergency. This ordinance provides the amended appropriation to reflect two of the donations that were discussed at the last meeting for a concert series in the amphitheater. And since then, there was an additional $1,350 in some miscellaneous donations for the exact same purpose. So all of this money is going towards the amphitheater concert series.
I'll move to suspend.
Second.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
I move to approve.
And I'll second, but I would also like to say, I've attended the last two concerts out there. They were wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And Saturdays, they were packed.
Yeah, we had over 1,000 in attendance.
Of course, the weather has helped too, I'm sure.
You got him on a
We
rhythm.
need a roll call.
Mary made the
Mary,
motion,
yep.
and I second.
Thank you. Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes,
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
sorry about that.
But to get him on a rhythm.
And the next item is another ordinance. John, would you please number and read?
Yes, ordinance number 25, 2023, an ordinance providing for the transfer of funds for the city of Bryan for the month ending June 30th, 2023. And these are budgeted transfers, the three major ones from our income tax funds to the general fund, the streets fund, and the capital improvements fund. And these amounts will bring us to 50% of the amount that was appropriated for the year.
I'll motion to suspend.
A second.
Judy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is permission to test for the patrol officer. Mr. Ruskey.
Morning.
Requesting permission to give a civil service test through the National Testing Network for the position of police officer for the city of Bryan. The last civil service exam for the police officer concluded February 10th of this year, and that certified list has been exhausted of qualified applicants.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Who was that all at the same time?
The ladies' tie.
Yeah, they did. Take your pick.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
I don't know that you guys have ever done that and sync so well.
We
Thanks,
practiced
Chief.
that.
Thank you, Chief. The next item is an appointment to the mayor's office.
Yes. Council, you have been presented with a letter request. Amy Welling was a really great member for the Williams County Board of Health on behalf of the city. But with her time constraints in her life and work and personal, she's asked to resign from that position. So I am requesting that you appoint Megan Hall, who has agreed to fulfill Ms. Welling's term, so that will be until January 1 of 2024.
Any questions?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is all of our agenda items so far. Right now, we would go around the room and see if anyone has anything further to add. Let's start with engineering. No, sir. Chief Poole. No, sir. About with Chief Rusky. Wes. Okay.
Ben's about ready to fall out of his chair.
Ben's in the back corner.
Ben's back there.
Me, call on me.
He's waiting.
I just wanted to reiterate again how grateful we are for the continued contributions of Spangler and Bard Manufacturing. The two donations this evening were from those two corporations that are helping us put shows together out at the amphitheater, and we couldn't do it without them. So I just wanted to say publicly again on behalf of the Fountain City Amphitheater and the Bryan Parks and Recreation Department, we're very grateful for their continued support of what we do on a daily basis, not only at the amphitheater, but in the parks. Thank you.
Very well said, Ben. Thank you. Okay, we'll come over here to, let's start with Mary.
Oh. I really don't have anything, except the Jubilee's coming up next week, and the parade also is coming up next week. So be safe. But I heard something. Isn't it Chief Poole's birthday today?
Yes. And he's 32.
Well, he was 30 when he was standing up here. He gained 2
Sorry to add
years.
a few years.
So happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Thank you. Jim?
I got nothing other than happy birthday, Chief.
John?
Yeah, just thanks to Mrs. Walling for her service, the Board of Health, and to Megan Hall for stepping up. That's well appreciated. And for, we did it last time, but I like Ben, I don't think you can do it enough. Spanglers and Bards have been a mainstay through my 70 years of being in Bryan. So oftentimes we don't say enough about that kind of support. And I just want them to make sure they know that we do, all of Bryan appreciates them and all the work that they do to help Bryan progress.
Very good. Thank you. Judy?
Basically the same thing. Thank you to Amy Welling for her time on the Williams County Board of Health, and thanks to Megan Hall for filling that position. Enjoy the Jubilee, and happy birthday.
Thank you. John, would you have anything this evening? No. Mayor?
I do have a few
All
things. And I'm going to look at Ben for the first one to make sure I'm saying this right, but the interactive fountains are on, which we're really excited about, and they run every day from 11 to 11. Unless there's a concert, we shut them off about an hour to 30 minutes before and let that dry up. Some of our quieter musicians, that water sound that's so peaceful to us somewhat interrupts their show. So we do turn them off for most amphitheater concerts. I do want to let everyone know, if you have not seen the announcement, this Friday, June 9th, at 10 a.m., Spangler Candy Company is going to have a wrapper ribbon cutting for Bit-A-Honey in front of their new plant, and you are all certainly invited. Lieutenant Governor, myself, and Marcy Capter and Kirk Bashall will give some opening remarks, which we're really excited to welcome Bit-A-Honey into our community. And then they are going to open that up for public tours from about 10:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon.
Saturday? I'm sorry.
No, Friday,
Friday.
June 9th.
Thank you.
I do know we'll all have to wear hairnets, which is the rule, and they ask that people wear closed-toe shoes. So they will be meeting in that parking lot that is very west of basically the old Aero building.
What time again? I'm sorry.
10:30.
10:30 in the morning?
10 is the ribbon cutting, and then 10:30 to 2 are the public tours.
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely. And then just as a reminder to the public and council, our next meeting is going to be Tuesday, June 20th at 5:30 p.m. due to Juneteenth being a city-recognized holiday. Any questions for me? Okay. That's it, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. I have nothing further. Everyone kind of covered everything that I had, so we do have a need to go into executive session this evening for the acquisition of property and to confer with the city's attorney concerning imminent and pending litigation. I would also like to ask that John Liner, Wes Wygant, Derek Schultz, Dick Long, and Jim Salisbury join us in that executive session. And at this time, we would like to recess before we convene for that executive session. Thank you.
Chief Poole, did you bring a
I'm
can?
sorry.
Council, hold on, chief, hold on. I don't know if they turned the cameras off, but we're asking for a motion, and please read the full executive session. So
Say that
Okay.
again.
Mr. Hoopie was asking for a motion before the recess.
Oh, okay.
And use the whole language right there.
Oh, Jesus.
You have that?
It has the
So-
whole thing there.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion to go into executive session. I have it, for acquisition of property and to confer with the city's attorney concerning imminent or pending litigation.
We have a second.
I'll second.
Judy.
As long as I don't have to say all that.
John?
Yes, yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Now we know.
Are we?